910, the Superstation, Detroit's only African-American talk radio.
Women, we've got someone that has been so instrumental in my life. She is the Emmy Award winning, the multi-Emmy Award winning Joel Boykin. Joel, how are you? Oh, wait, I got from Postbeat Media, postbeatglobal.com. Joel, how are you doing?
I'm doing just fine, Greg. I just enjoyed Aisha Tyson and what she said about believing in yourself.
Yes.
I think you are definitely the type of person in yourself and working with you. You believe in yourself. You believe in Postbeat. You believe in Kim and Greg. Can we talk? I mean, that kind of passion is absolutely necessary to be an entrepreneur.
Indeed. So now something wonderful happened. Postbeat Media, which Joel is the mother of, and I'm the daddy of, and so I got to pat myself on the back. But we were the recipients of the NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists' Black Press Grant, which was powered by Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. And of course, that's part of the Facebook empire. Joel, let the audience know why this was an exceptional acknowledgement and opportunity.
Well, several reasons. One was we were able to start a new season that we have with WMYD, TV 20, ABC, the affiliate in Metro Detroit area, that helped us ground our new future, which is to expand. That new word, to expand and reach more people and more platforms, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's at our own site, postbeatglobal.com, whether it's on the WHPR Channel 33 in Highland Park with our great friend R.J. Watkins. We do programming on that. And we also are reaching out because we went to Las Vegas. We talked to people at Griot, and we're working on that to expand it not only in the United States, but also talking to countries outside the United States. So we are on this mission to expand Postbeat globally.
And 910 is also part of it, Joel, because, 910 a.m.
Absolutely.
is such an outstanding vehicle for positive talk, and we're heard all over the world. We get calls from Japan, we get calls from Europe, we get calls from Africa because of this station. So our Postbeat Global, which is PULSEGLOBAL.com, we really do have an international reach.
Yes, and your energy always pushes that button to make us go to a higher level. And the fact that we received this grant was just amazing from the National Association of Black Journalists, Black Press Initiative, with, like you said, with Mark Zuckerberg, his wife. What's her first name? I know Chan Zuckerberg. His wife was behind this initiative. And what it did, it allowed us to see more subject matters. We focused on, thank God for the principal over at Cass Technical High School, Lisa Phillips, allowed us to reach into students, another generation, and how they were dealing with COVID in this very particular, precarious environment with people not wanting to deal with people, but people who want to get out. And we were able to do pieces that touched on that. And I think that us expanding in an area of not only the youth, but younger people, but seeing how people and their mental health is so integral to their creativity. It's absolutely amazing. I'm glad that Greg was initiative. He actually was the initial person who reached out and got this information, and we used it and hope to continue to use it for future projects that we're working on.
And Joel, you know what I want to underscore too, and I should say that Mark Zuckerberg's wife, Priscilla Chan, and that's why it is the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. They have done something absolutely incredible by associating themselves with the National Association of Black Journalists, and they wanted to bring something to the table that would spotlight young people distinctively and how they were able to cope with the pandemic. And we spotlighted 4 Cass Technical High School students and how they use their creativity to empower them to not be depressed. They use their music. They use their football playing. They use their artistry as jewelry makers, as instrumentalists in classical music. And we were able to spotlight and how creativity is paramount to one's empowerment, especially dealing with trauma and stress.
Yeah, and without that initiative, I think we wouldn't have been able to push that envelope. I understand that, like I said, Principal Phillips over at Cass Technical High School, we got that attention when she decided to take time out and listen to the students, to give them an idea, give them an opportunity to express their mental health and problems of isolation and depression during the COVID. And I think we need to credit several people, not only the Zuckerbergs, not only Cass Technical High School, but in a way, Black Lives Matter. I think the fact that Black Lives Matter was such a pushing point to get exposure to Black period, Black media, Black anything, I think may have been possible. The reason why we got this Black Press grant, I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit optimistic, or maybe I'm expressing it a little bit more than what it actually was. But the fact of the matter is that it's there, and that it's there for journalists who want to express situations that are happening in the community. And Postbeat, we try to find those things that people overlook.
Yes.
And bring it to life.
And you know what? These are untold stories because of the National Association of Black Journalists, the NABJ, and this Black Press grant that was powered by, once again, the CZI initiative, and that is Mark Zuckerberg and his wife, Priscilla Chan, and their ability to invest and put their money where their mouth is. It allows us to tell crucial, untold stories. And I want the audience who is listening and to see the incredible work that Joel does as a videographer, as an Emmy Award-winning videographer. If you go to pulsebeatglobal.com, and that's PulseBeatGlobal.com, you're going to see the vignettes that Joel brilliantly constructed that will tell you that these young people, we spotlighted 4 young people, and I kid you not, if you watch these vignettes, it will uplift you, it will motivate you and inspire you, because there's so many dynamic young people, and they're not being saluted based on what we know is important, and that is their intellect, their character, and what comes from what only can come from one's heart and soul.
Yeah, you should pat yourself on the back too, Greg, because it was your interest in finding these students with the counselors and people over at Cass Technical High School that led us to these 4 gifted young kids. It's just amazing how gifted they are. Yes. And I'm sure there's a roster of other students over there in any high school, not just Cass Technical High School. I think we talk about Cass because we are alumni from Cass, and we graduated with this impression of, you know, these kids are so creative and can do. But other high schools, I'm sure, have the same potential as this particular high school. But we were fortunate to be able to talk to 4 gifted students at Cass Technical High School.
And tell their stories, Joe, like nobody else. And guess what? We're about to go to break. And, Joel, I'm going to have you also come back, because your story is one that merits a very bright spotlight, the spotlight that you've put on so many people for decades. And our stories are wonderfully told through the wonderful talent of Joel Boykin, the Emmy Award-winning Joel Boykin of Postbeat Media. Joel, thanks for calling in, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Well, thank you, and thank you for your listening.
Stay tuned. The best is already here. We're going to continue with the best.